Hi everybody, and welcome to our wave analysis update for Wednesday this week. The one currency pair that we are keeping a close eye on and is looking like heading up into wave number 5 is the euro against the Canadian dollar. What we're currently seeing here on the 4-hour chart, and in our technical video updates each week, we'll be focusing predominantly on the 4-hour and daily charts. We're also going to have a look at a number of currency pairs in a moment, but we're predominantly going to focus on those currency pairs that are clearly showing a wave formation in the direction of the overwhelming trend in the market. In this case, we're looking at the euro against the Canadian dollar. We can see here the awesome oscillator has created a high that's headed back to the zero line. So this has created a high of wave number 3. What we've seen in this occasion is we've seen something show its hand here in the market that doesn't happen very often. And that is a pullback for wave 4, a rally up and a lower low in price, but a higher low on the awesome oscillator. We anticipate now that wave 5 should start to happen if we can get the market to push up a little higher, around about above this 145.20 area and close a 4-hour bar. That'll get priced back above the 50 moving average and the 200-day EMA, and a move back up here to this 146.22 area is actually on the daily chart, the 200-day moving average. So I would anticipate if the price can get a move on here and up into wave 5, we could see an extension up to the 100% or at least the 61.8%, which would be the high of wave 3. So wave number 3, a pullback for wave number 4, and a continued move up here for wave number 5. The first point of call being got to close above the 50 EMA. We then anticipate some resistance here, which is the 200 EMA on the daily chart, 61.8 and 100. So wave number 4 and into wave number 5. Having a look at the Aussie dollar, we can very clearly see here the wave formation that's occurred on the Aussie dollar over the course of the last couple of weeks. And in fact, the last 3 or 4 weeks here, we can see a move up for wave 1, down for wave 2. The highest point on the awesome oscillator is going to guide us into wave number 3, a pullback for wave number 4, which is back to the 200-day moving average, and then a move up for wave number 5. And what's significant right now about the Aussie is it's getting support after this 100% Fibonacci expansion level, where we've measured from the low of 2 to the high of 3 to the low of 4. We saw the market come up, hit 61.8, came up to the high of wave number 3, and then it stair-stepped its way up above the 100% level. So this is a clear wave formation to the upside. The price is still above the 50 and the 200-day and is even above the 100% expansion level. So any pullbacks here on the Aussie dollar is likely going to be seen as buying opportunities for some of the institutions and banks, particularly with yields on bonds in Australia and New Zealand being higher than most of the developed world. So that's a good example of a previous wave formation. As we are here to the downside on the pound against the yen, and these are going to be the ones we're going to be focusing on. Again, this is a very clear wave formation to the downside. Wave number 1, wave number 2, wave number 3 to the downside with a drop in the awesome oscillator. So this is going to create the lowest point of 3, back up to the 200-day moving average for wave number 4, and then a push all the way down here for wave number 5. Now, what we're anticipating is that due to the weakness in the pound from Brexit, etc., and the strength in the recent rallies on the yen, we anticipate that this low here of wave number 3, which we're currently around about this area, may indeed come down here to the 61.8% area. So the pound against the yen, even though we have seen a short-term rally overnight with better CPI figures out of the UK, we do anticipate that we might get some resistance here at the 50-day moving average and a pushback lower here. So there's some 3 examples of wave formations that we're currently watching. The one right now is the euro against the Canadian dollar. If there is a close of a 4-hour bar above 145.20, I would expect that we may see some buyers come for the euro against the Canadian dollar, particularly on the back of the better than expected Eurozone economic sentiment survey overnight. Have a great day, and we'll give you another technical video update to see how these trades panned out or the markets panned out on Friday.